For the sake of all the people you've killed, I'm going to beat you!
Hey, what's up guys, Warrior93 here, and I know I'm a little bit late for this. I did get the game first day. I got it 3 days ago. But I did write this up on my own personal Tumblr account. I'm writing up my first thought. I can't speak today. I wrote it up on my Tumblr account, and although I didn't really get any feedback at all, I do want to get some feedback for you. I did post it on my personal Facebook account too. That's another story though. But I do want to get some feedback from you guys. See if our opinions do line up or whether they don't. Whether you agree or disagree. You know, I just want to get some feedback, conversation going on. That's the best word. I'm sorry. But anyways, let's get started with this. So after I played the game for a good portion of the day on the 24th, I do have some thoughts of what I think of it so far. Okay, so this is, remember, this is my thoughts from the 24th, not now. My opinions have changed, definitely. Well, starting off, I do love how the characters feel so much different from one another, giving people more of an incentive to either try to train with one character or get really good and master all the styles and play as everyone. Another good thing I like to know is that the gameplay is very fast paced and it has a very easy learning curve. Like, it took me a little bit, but you know, I got it in the way. The story mode so far can go either way. In summary, the Dragon Ball history is changing and you, as your created character, are supposed to stop it. So, if you're not familiar with Dragon Ball Z's story, you're not gonna get what's going on. As, like, if you don't have, because you don't really get any context of what's happening behind it, other than you have to fix it. You don't get what happened right beforehand, so you only get the twist that happened in that point. So if you're a Dragon Ball fan, of course you're going to know what's going on. But as a casual fan, like a casual video game player, you're not going to know what's going on in the story. The only thing you're going to be able to keep up with is the Demigra, Toa, and Mira, I think that's his name, Mira story. That's the only thing you're going to be able to keep up with. Everything else, it's gonna fly right past your head. But in my opinion, as a Dragon Ball fan, I think it's actually pretty good. And the story mode is good as of right now. But the only thing I have a graph about it, this is actually right now. I went through the Cell Saga and it skipped everything else in the Cell Saga. I did that yesterday and I just didn't like how it was only the Cell games part. But hey, they probably had to cut some corners. I don't really mind it, but I just didn't like that. It's not all, the game's not all good though, as I did get the PS3 version. So they did promise social on the network test, but as of right now, the network is horrible. That's the best way to put it. You re-log in, okay, and then you can be able to choose a single player lobby or a multiplayer lobby. I didn't know this until I re-logged back in. So I went back in, and the thing is, it stopped me. And like the network could keep going down and keep going back up. It's a constant crash going on, and they need to maintain that network a lot better. So I have seen other people. It's really hard to go see your friends. Social is actually pretty horrible in it, as you cannot actually type what you want. You have to go by their chat right there. The social aspect of it is not really good as compared to things like PlayStation Home and things like that. Also, since I do understand the limitations of the PS3. There are limitations, of course. That's why they have the next gen version, or current gen as of now, and they have the PC version. I only have the PS3 version because my PC is not well enough to run Xenoverse, and I don't have a PS4 yet. So I got the PS3 version, and I do understand the limitations of the PS3 version. So from what I've seen, when there are about like 5 or 6 people on screen at once and there are things going on, the screen is going to slow down so much. It's going to be irritating. I think it goes to about 20 to 23 frames per second. That's pretty horrible. It slows down, it doesn't skip anything, but it's pretty annoying when you have to see everything get slowed down, and it kind of ruins the pace of the gameplay. Which brings me to my next point. Although last year's Dragon Ball Z Battle Z could handle a 4 versus 4 match, although they had to sacrifice some graphics for that. So I'm not sure, if you're a game developer, if you know how game development works, tell me, why can't it handle 3v3 or 4v2 or whatever. The last thing I've noticed, this wasn't from my playthrough today, but this is from the test on PS4, the Super Saiyan transformation is completely overpowered. How it works is it's how it's an ultimate move now. So once whatever amount of ki the user has starts to drain, the player is allowed to use unlimited ki blasts until their ki has drained out. It was probably an unintended effect, but players can spam ultimate blast all the time, which can get annoying. So overall, I think the game is very fun. It's very addicting to play, and I can't wait to play again. But we have to admit that the game has some faults to it. So as of right now, can I say it's better than Raging Blast 2? No, I can't. I need more experience in the game to actually get that opinion. Can I say it for you Tenkaichi fans? Is it better than Tenkaichi? I don't know, because I like Raging Blast 2 better, so I can't. Is it better than that? In terms of characters not being copy and paste, yes. In terms of everything else, I'm not sure. Xenoverse seems to be just as fast, I don't know. And Budokai fans, it seemed to be better in Budokai 3, or, as my opinion, Infinite World's better. It would really be a subjective opinion on that one. You can't really give an objective opinion on this one, as Budokai 3 and the Budokai series is 2D and this is 3D, but as right now I do feel like it's like a 3D Budokai. So if you like the 2D gameplay, that's going to be on you, but as of me, I think I would prefer 3D. So that's all I have to say for today. So make sure you leave a like on this video if you agree with this opinion. If you didn't agree with this opinion, you should still leave a like on this video just because you're a nice person. Make sure you put in the comments of what your opinion on the game is. I would like to know all of your opinions. What else is there to go through? Oh yeah. For any Dragon Ball, Xenoverse, or any other news that goes on out there, make sure to subscribe. I will see you all later.